Alright, so I'm Micahlele. I am an ex-RGL head admin and division admin. I've been playing in Invite Highlander since Season 3 when I first started subbing for Apollodosh. And I've been playing in Invite for almost every single season since, whether maining or subbing for a team. In Season 4, I led Amicidia Nova to second place in Invite, and have had various other stints on playoffs level teams since then. I mainly play Spy, but I've been trying to branch out into other classes. For this review in particular, we'll be looking at one of my Spy demos from Season 6 when I played for the Order of the White Lotus.
Hi, I'm Maven. If you've seen anything on the channel, you've probably seen me. I'm just gonna be kind of tagging along, asking questions if any come up, and all of that nonsense. Yeah. I guess, is there anything special you do on defense waiting in this first minute?
Well, something I like to do on defense, and just payloads in general, is I like to always try and look for a very cheeky opening pick on their medic. Because I think a pick in the beginning can be it can really set the tone of how our match is going to go. If you get like a really important kill right off the bat, it can sort of shake their mental a bit. Like it's like, oh, we lost our men in the first like fucking 10 seconds. What are we, stupid? And you kind of rock them a little bit. Like, yeah, maybe they get the Uber again in like a minute, and you only maybe they instantly force your medic. But it still rocks the mental a little bit. It looks flashy. It's good. It's a good thing to go for sometimes. You don't always have to go for it, but I like to try and do it every once in a while.
Nice. Yeah. That took up the entire minute. I thought I was gonna have to keep going.
Perfect. But right now, for Swiftwater first, I'm mostly just checking Medigun. Like I see Rays on crit, so I'm calling that for my team. I'm expecting maybe a demo crits through sewer to try and catch up my med. They did a sack right off the bat, so I'm just sitting here calming, looking for the sniper, keeping my eyes on him, calling what's on cart. Just trying to make sure my sniper knows where to look for the enemy sniper and where he can and cannot peek. And just kind of calming, their med's still in spawn, blah blah blah. That sort of thing. Notice this, Pyro is sitting with the sniper, so I can't really go for him. I reposition while the Pyro checks over there. And they're still on crits, so since they didn't crit into upper, I assume they're going to crit into apartment. See, this is what I like to do. I like to decloak real fast on the med. Unfortunately, I hit their med for 150, and Ray, actually, she lives on 1 HP there. Which is unfortunate.
No.
Maybe if she was... Yeah, it was really unlucky. Maybe if she was on Uber, she would have forced. But I guess there's no reason to force crits. So it was just really unlucky. They managed to crit into upper. I'm not really alive, it can't really affect that at all. So now my goal is just sort of get into tunnel and try and either stop the cart maybe I can rotate towards combo, open the gate and upper, who knows. I mean, a little bit of spam trying to get into tunnel, so I back off, get some health, get some cloak, and try again. Maybe throw out some shots. Now the sniper peeking main tunnel is the main thing I want to be able to call to my team, is just if their combo is in, or sorry, not if their combo, if their sniper is in tunnel. Because if their sniper is in tunnel, then my teammates need to know not to peek it. Specifically my NG needs to be careful not to like just stand around idling while wrangling, so he doesn't get sniped and then we lose our gun. Just in general for combo members to not get sniped. Soldier's peeking alone through side tunnel, I decloak, should be a free kill. It is. Good kill, helps my flank. My combo's doing well in upper. I just sort of chill. And she's getting pushed by my flank, I decloak to help, they didn't even need me. I bumped Percy, but I call that he was back tunnel. Try maybe see if he's lonesome. He's not, he runs back to his team. I'm sort of chilling with my team, getting a recap of where my flank's at. I'm getting back into tunnel so I can calm for them. Try to calm HP values, what they're doing, what their flank's doing. Just to sort of help my flank keep the peace in tunnel. I see their soldiers doing a lot of spamming, not really checking around, so I figure I'll go for another soldier pick, why not? He's not paying attention, get the soldier pick, and nobody's looking for me. Scout comes back to chase me, but he doesn't give too much of a chase, so I'm just chilling. I could be a little greedy, try to get more. This guy's a soldier. Hit 2 shots on their scout, and oh, I barely make it out. I think the soldier disguise was an alright play. You know, soldier disguise not really common. The soldier just died. Sandblast called me out. I'm surprised I lived. A few beef shots on his end.
Yeah, I'm surprised you went with the soldier disguise because he just saw you kill the soldier.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. I just figured, oh, soldier's dead. There won't be a soldier around to see me. I can probably go for something. You know.
Yeah.
So with some players, things happen in the moment and they don't really think that far back. So I figured, why not give it a shot? I'm just trying to get into the back of tunnel. Going in from the back of tunnel is really useful as a spy, because there's almost little to nothing a player can do reaction-wise to stop it. For instance, if someone just if you jump around the corner and you're like an engineer, there's nothing you can do to stop your sniper from getting stabbed. So it's a really strong position to decloak from. And the only way to really stop it is to have someone there in the first place. So I do go for the sniper, I don't get him, the RNG checks me. I'm not sure if he died to spam, but I remember he was low.
Why switch to Ambi here?
I'm pretty sure since I figured I wasn't getting as much success with the knife, or with their flank, I figured just go gun spy and help out my team. It really just depends, Ambi versus stock revolver. Depends on the day, how I'm feeling with my aim. You know, I like to run the ambassador a little bit. I think I was doing well with it earlier in the week, or for scrims. So I figured I'll stick with it. Now I was just putting out pot shots, trying to get damage on their combo. I was pushing through cart, wasn't landing much, so back up a little bit, get some HP, and they're pretty much going to cap this point, so I just dip. Go back to spawn, swap my loadout. I should be back on cloak here. And yes, I am. So now there's snipers sitting on the cart main. I'm just waiting here in a Kool-Aid or drop down, waiting for the cart to get up so I can go for a pick. Also getting a little bit of cloak back. And they decided to stop pushing the cart, so I figured I'll just sneak in a little bit. My soldier was spamming, I'll decloak. Get a nice NG kill for free. I don't gotta worry too much, nobody chased me. I'm just looking for info, seeing where's their combo, is there combo computers? I don't know why, I shouldn't really be standing here too long, I should be looking for where their combos rotating. I find heavy and spiral. I thought he saw me there, so I got a little hesitant with the decloak. I probably could have gone after him, but it's not really that big of a deal. The important thing is that I live. The combo's trying to walk into apartments here. I'm trying to wait for them to get around the corner so I can decloak on someone. Catch a player that's not Ubered. Cloak wins out before they actually get through the doorway, so I just kind of have to dip. As you can see, Sand caught me out. Percy somehow in drop down, which I totally wasn't expecting. So I managed to get a nice headshot on him and clean him up. Right now, my team's down 4, they're down 3. We're about equal numbers. The combo's all rotating tracks. It's for the demo who goes alone, so I figured I'll try and get a stab on him. He jumps out the window and I follow suit into 4 people and then I subsequently die. Chased the demo a little bit too much, got punished for it. Not the worst thing in the world. We're up again for 4th. Actually, my demo just got 2-piped here, so that's actually not very...
Your med just...
my med just got 2-piped. Yeah, sorry. Not my demo. My med got 2-piped by Arts Hispanian. You know what they say, Arts Hispanian always hits pipes the best on things he can't see. So I'm looking, there's some bad health players. I'm trying to get a little salvage in. Fumble on the stairs. I missed the stab off the sand, which is very unlucky. I stabbed the wood instead of his back. See Percy alone. Go for a nice quick kill. I'm just sort of chilling by their spawn. Maybe I can get a spawn camp kill on either Percy or their spy. My team calls it they're getting aggro on card. I go, maybe I can get a frag onto card, but no, Figgy turns around and catches me. And I'm pretty much dead there. Now my team's pretty much lost 4th, so we're just backing up to last. I'm trying to get a good last hold in here. I take the opportunity to just get out through the 4th shutter to try and get some, save a little bit of time. I see their pirates getting into right lobby, trying to open the shutter for her team. They don't decide to go there, so I assume they're left lobby. Just hanging out with my soldier, Someone coming around the corner, maybe I headshot him. I did not miss a headshot on a standing still player there, I promise. I decided to rotate around to try and get a pick, but then they do the loop-de-loop, they rotate around me. I noticed Sand was bad HP there, so I try to get a shot on him. He dies to my scout. And they're trying to leave because the fight's practically lost for them. They're 3 up. It's a med, pyro, and I think one other. So go, maybe I'll go towards their spawn, maybe try and get a nice spawn camp kill, who knows. They all spawn, I don't really get anything. Maybe I get a pick at their engineer who's upgrading the telly and get an NG kill. That's something that I could do. It is something that I wind up doing.
Woo!
Stall their forces a little bit so they can't get back as fast, no telly. Make the NG mad because I killed them at their spawn. I'm just looking, calling percentage, they're at 70, I'm not sure where my medic's at, but I'd hope it was at. I get spotted by Percy there, so when I'm crossing the sight line, I try and cloak a bit, get some info, but yeah, there's not much I can do with that little cloak. Their spy is in their yard somehow,
Why?
Going to the garage, so I wind up dying there, I don't know why.
What?
My goal was to just go and grab the pack in the corner, maybe cloak away, just go back to doing some sneaking, just getting some info gathering, but no. So now I'm back, I'm on revolver. Still on cloak. I see their combos unlocked. I'm like, oh. See what they're doing, get some health values, maybe I can get a nice decloak. Notice their soldier's hurt. Nice quick revolver shot to get him down. I'm not really looking at anything. I should try looking at something. I noticed their heavy's all alone. My scout's fighting him. So I decided to join in. I actually remember calling, Poseidon, get with me. Or on this heavy. And he did come back. And we did manage to get him out.
That gunplay.
Yeah, and I wind up getting right behind where their med is uber faded and get a nice 3 revolver shot. RNG was in my favor there. And I'm just sort of, running around towards card, roaming, trying to just pick off the players that are alone, players that are low health. I take a fight with my soldier, but he left, and he actually wound up killing their sniper, which is good. He's alive, hopefully with a banner soon. So if I trade out my life for his, I'm fine with that. I always like to check above the spawn during everyone there's a spy spawn camping. I like to do that. I'm pretty sure I do that in this demo, or in this game. I know I do this at least once. So I'm just reconning, getting a little bit of info, saying hi to their team. Run out of cloaks, I go for a decloak. Sandblast catches me, and I die. I could probably be on Cloak and Dagger here, so I wouldn't be forced to decloak in a situation like that, and I could just sort of hang out. But especially in earlier seasons, like Season 6 and before, teams were not as spy-aware as they are now. Especially nowadays, a lot of teams, I see Sniper alone, go for a nice pick. Easy.
Here, you want me to pause so you can...
Yeah, sure.
What? My pause button did not work.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so, especially a lot of teams nowadays have evolved to be a lot more aggressive in nature while also being a lot more spy conscious. If any of you have heard or watched players of the most recent season, Season 10 of the team 3600, their team is very big on catching the spy during downtime. They'll have their soldier bomb their own China, their scout, or for a product as an example, they'll have their soldier bomb their own China, their scout will go check the back of their cliff and maybe even go towards spawn, and they overall will just play a heavy emphasis on catching the spy and making sure they're dead. As opposed to earlier in seasons of RGL at the very least. Like Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, Season 6. I say even Season 7. teams just did not place as much emphasis on the spy, and teams, if they did play as aggressive, or if they played passive, there just wouldn't be as much emphasis. There wouldn't be as much, soldiers falling behind or soldiers or scouts going back. But the meta's just shifted a lot, going right now, and I think it's going to continue going into this hyper spy, very aggressive sort of play style.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the medic and not.
No, it's fine. Either way. There, it's just, yeah, I'm good to unpause. There,
Okay.
it's just, I see them med alone with their demo. I figured I'd go for something since they were alone. Maybe land a 2-shot on the, or a 3-shot on the med. Their demo has to land pipes. He can't just chip me down. Yes, I throw the fatty pipes. Then they're all just sort of running for car. I gotta hope my combo can handle it. I decide to hop down. They're actually Ubering onto it. I try to jump down to save it, but their soldier jumps on it and caps it. So I can't see the time, but I don't think that was a horrible defense. I'd say like, what, maybe 8 minutes, 7 minutes, maybe 9 minutes. Somewhere along those lines.
Yeah, this HUD does not have a timer. This is an old HUD.
That's fine. But yeah, overall, I think I got some good kills. There were some times where I could have played differently. Sometimes, deaths aren't always your fault. Sometimes that's all your fault. You could play differently. But at the end of the day, it's how you play in the moment that matters. So I'm mostly just looking out the windows, calming stuff that I see. I see their sniper on the right side. I'm pretty sure that's a spy sniper on the top left because the sniper on the right scoped in. We could see his dot. So my team just looking in the windows, saying hi, talking to their friends, and in calm, they're probably discussing like, okay, what are we gonna do for this half? What are we gonna do for offense? What's the plan here? I'm pretty sure at this point, Giraffe and Catalyst, who are my demo and soldier respectively, I like to do a nice fat sack into tunnel, high bomb. So I try to follow up sometimes. Thought it was easiest spy to get into tunnel. But I see the guns out, so I figure I maybe try to go for a sap on that when they jump. So I go around, get a little bit of cloak. The guns actually really hurt. I actually pull it back, so I'm like, oh, I'll try sneaking into the tunnel here. So I do manage to sneak in the tunnel, which isn't always the easiest thing to do. The sniper's down, so maybe I'll try and go for a pick on tunnel, but their NG's very paranoid of tunnel. I'm just sort of waiting back, holding back, trying to see when they lead, maybe I can catch them. They're not really looking for me just yet. I hear the NG's packing up, so I figured, okay, the med's out, or the med's looking to leave. I go up, but Sandblast checks me in the back of the tunnel. I think I laid 1 shot on the med and not much else. I probably could have. Yeah, there are so many different things you could try doing in that situation. You could try going for the aggressive pick. You could try waiting, like maybe in spiral on second, just waiting for them to actually go all the way back out. Just depends what you think will work in the moment. Now I'm on Revolver here. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'm on the Enforcer yet, but the season 6, which is where this symbol's from, is about the time when the Enforcer started getting really popular. And for those who don't know, the Enforcer is used as a counter to the Wrangler. Because the Enforcer, what it does is it pierces shields and resistances. So it pierces the Wrangler shield. I go for play on the med, don't get much, die, don't even get any damage. But what the Wrangler does, it pierces the Wrangler shield. So you get 40 damage Enforcer shots from any distance, and it'll take 6 to kill a gun. So I think maybe here I swap to Enforcer. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
And my goal is to just shoot down the gun, make it easier for my team to push. And you may think to yourself, why would I bother using the Enforcer when I can just sap the gun and have someone else shoot it? Ooh, I see Percy alone, I go for a nice kill on him. Helps my team push in a bit easier, and the gun's already dead, so my Enforcer right now isn't as useful, but I can still poke around. But so yeah, you may say, well, why use the Enforcer? Why not just sap the gun? I try to go for a pick.
Oh my god!
I do a little bit of a corner stab there. When a pyro notices you and they're chasing, yeah, you can always run. But if it's like a pyro that you know is going to chase you, can go for a little finesse there. I like to be a little flashy in my playstyle, I'll admit. I like being a flashy spy. See, I do manage to get a nice corner stab on Figsy there. I do still wind up dying for it, but at least my life wasn't in vain. Actually, can you pause real quick?
Yeah,
So I can
yeah.
Yeah, so I can actually get the sapper part out. So you may think, oh, why not just sap the gun, have it be spammed? It's pretty much the same thing. The beauty of the Enforcer is that you can do it from anywhere on the map. So like we're paused right here, I can do it from back left, I can do it from back right, I can do it from my own tunnel, I can do it from side tunnel. I can pretty much shoot the gun from anywhere. I don't have to risk my life at all for getting a sap. I don't have to get into a risky position near the gun and decloak on it to get a sap. It's a lot safer to use, and it's really simple. It's really a good alternative to actually just sapping the gun. The downside is obviously you lose your revolver, but the Enforcer isn't actually that horrible of a replacement. It has a slower firing speed, but you do get a little bit of damage on your first shot while you're disguised. So it's not the worst substitute. Alright, and that's it. You can unpause now.
Okay.
Here I figured I'll try and go in for another pick on Spiral. All my team's exchanging. They Uber. They flash their demo. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not getting anything. I'm just going to dip. I tap the card so it doesn't roll back. I'm just sort of chilling, you know. My team's a couple down, my med's down. I'm not going to be pushing anytime soon. Maybe I'll try and find a flank player that's isolated. Hopefully nobody goes back to check for me. I'll poke it, try to see if the gun's wrinkled or not. Maybe we can get some Enforcer shots on it. Just sort of chilling in their house, waiting for the right time. Figured, oh, I can shoot the gun right now. And see, normally when a gun is being shot by the Enforcer, you want to leave it unwrinkled. So what Prin did, as soon as the gun took damage, she whipped out the Wrangler. That's actually not what you want to do against the Enforcer, because you can actually out-heal the Enforcer damage if it's unwrangled. But if it is wrangled, you can out-heal it, and that's why it's so strong. Try to get another pick in through Spiral, I get caught out again.
I was really hoping that would work.
Yeah, my Spiral plays aren't working out too well, honestly. I really want to try and get in, to try and make it an easy push in for my team, but it's just not working out. I just want to keep trying to brute force it a little bit.
Yeah, I guess it's important to mention that this was before the Scorch Shot ban.
Yes, that's a good point. This was before the Scorch Shot was banned. So Pyros still will have the Scorch Shot to use. Their flank pushed in with the banner, so once we get that kill onto their spy, we just sort of dip. I see that banner and I go, well, sorry, Catalyst, I have to leave you now. Now they're rebuilding their gun, their flank's leaving, so okay, I'll try and bully their gun a bit with the Enforcer. Now see, look, before I did it from house, and now I'm going to try and do it from a little farther back in the back right corner. Unfortunately, their heavy season tries to poke me down, so I'm just sort of corner peeking trying to get the gun. Eventually, my Enforcer damage and my Soldier Spam does manage to get the gun. But unfortunately, my entire team dies in the process. Their med was on the low ground for some reason, so I do manage to collect a nice med kill on Ray, which should hopefully give my team ad to push in. I figured, now that there's 4 dead, I can go for a play on Spiral. And there's the telly there, can't hurt to sap it. Their NG sees me, do a little bit of evasive maneuvering to try and get back into upper. I figured, no better time than now to decloak. My team's already here! I didn't even notice, my team was already walking in. I do die for it, but my team gets the point, so I can't complain. At least we should get the point. We should be getting the point. Anytime now. Walk in and see Sandblast low HP, get a nice gun kill, and there we go, we finally get the cap. I noticed their med was leaving 2 tracks really late. Maybe I could get a drop down and chase her with my gun. Sand was there. Unfortunately, the Spider's not winning those 1v1s. The sniper is still behind, which is funny, picking up Giraffe. He might have actually gotten our med earlier too, I'm not quite sure. So there I was kind of just being like, oh hey soldier, you know, haha, hello, you know, doing a little head nod. Then he gets pushed by the entire flank, and I'm like, well, do I help? Do I not help? I'll throw some shots from the door, who cares? They managed to clear out their flank. The gun's past us, so if you get a decloak on it, well, they're like 6 down, and my team's pushing in, get the NG kill, get the gun. They actually do manage to Uber with like 3 players alive on 3rd. And I think the point's ours. I think it's totally ours, so I'm trying to run towards 4th. Then it's like, oh no, we don't have it, and then I run back to 3rd to try and cap it. No, we do have it. Now I gotta run all the way back to 4th again. So I see they're all leaving spawn, go for very aggro decloak. Red's on fire, try to go for some gunshots. They either heard the decloak or were spy checking, I don't get anything. Either way, they drop a couple. Their heavy gets sniped out, their spy goes down to my heavy, their soldier dies to my demo. And again, see, I like to spy check the spawn, because I know that's shit I like to do. I like to go towards the spawn, as we saw when I killed the NG in the prior half. So I always like to check it, you never know. My team's getting a little aggressive, trying to get some spam out. I line up for a decloak. Again, it's another spot that's really good for a decloak because they can't really react to you dropping out of the corner. Nice, get pyro, surf the midi sentry, get a soldier kill too.
Nice.
Actually, that was a really nice
That was a
sequence
really nice
of
serve.
when we get the card. Yeah, like you drop down, you expect to get a pick, and then you die. So when you are able to actually surf damage into another kill, it's a really it's really nice reward. It probably wouldn't matter in the long run because we did cap the point like pretty much right after, but it's always nice. You know, no soldier, no banner to muck things up. Sniper's very aggro in the bottom right, so if I can just decloak right on his face and revolver him. Because I can't exactly get behind him, but if I just walk up in his face, if he hears me then he unscopes and my team's safe, I can just run away, and if he doesn't hear me I just gun him down. My team Ubers in, so I figured I'd try and get in through top left, get a nice decloak. Their sniper sees me, gets a nice shot on me, and I don't manage to clean up right, but my demo does. Which is nice. Yeah, things do move things can move fast on Spy. Like, sometimes you'll see demos and it's like, oh, I'm Cloak and Dagger sitting in a corner, now I'm just waiting and I am bored. Other times it's like, oh, if I gotta explain all this, and it's already happening so quick. Here I'm just trying to look for a nice bit of card time, tap card so it doesn't roll back. And here I'm going to try and look for another pick on their combo, maybe something that can open things up. I'm just sort of looking, seeing who's free. I see the heavy ping over the edge, I'm thinking maybe I can get a kill on him, but then he just rotates over. I see their scouts sort of trying to go for just sort of roaming, not checking, so I get a nice stab on him. Nothing really too shabby, get a nice free pill, see Percy alone, go on him, got a knife the med, try and put some shots into Figsy. And my team movers in, we have Ad here, so we should just cap. I'm on card, missing a lot of revolver shots, but my team should just be sort of flooding the card here, and we do manage to cap.
Nice. Yeah, you're talking enough that I have nothing I can say, because you're just saying everything.
Oh, there's a lot to go on, there's a lot to explain. So let's see, this is half 2 against Squirt. We won the first half, I think with like 2 minutes to spare. Not too bad, and we're like, okay, let's continue what we're doing for the next half, and try and clean this up. Spoiler alert, we did not clean it up, and we wind up losing this match 2-1. So there will be another half after this to look at. But right now, setup time, you know, just hanging out. My players looking through the windows. I'm probably talking like, you know, what we're gonna do, blah blah blah. And always love for these things to set up. Do you have any questions that you wanna ask?
Not right now. I mean, you've been explaining everything very well, which gives me very little to do.
Yeah, I try. I like to talk. When I start talking,
a spy man.
Yeah. I gotta give out those columns nice and quick. So I just check Medica and stock, blah blah blah. I go out. I'm gonna try and find a kill, maybe in something in tunnel. My demos jump in. I could have actually gone for a kill on a sniper that was really aggressive if I decloaked faster, but there I just really wanted to decloak and try and get a kill on those, or just try and do something while my players were sacking. We all pretty much all died and got nothing. I'm not sure how my flight, like my cart pushers died, but they did. So now we're gonna do something more standard. I eat a shot and then I eat a rocket by accident and then I die. An unfortunate series of spam events. But my team should just be, you know, taking point here.
Micah just said unfortunate?
Yeah.
Crazy, that never happens.
Something, a bad habit of mine, or at least something when I used to do a lot of more demo reviews, is whenever someone would die to like a lot of things, like this pyro turned around, oh that's just unfortunate, that's unlucky. I've been trying to like phase it out of my vocabulary. So instead of, oh that was unlucky, it was, oh here's what you could have done to have that not happen. Sometimes things really just are unlucky, or just are unfortunate. There's nothing you can do about it. Here, their flanks pushing the tunnel, so I should be decloaking here. I decloak a little late to try and see if they push back in, but they don't. I would have liked to see myself decloak there and maybe get a pick on Gel or Sandblast, which are who are their soldiers and scouts respectively. Now here, I'm gonna try and go for another spiral play to like do my it hasn't worked too much, but I'll try it again. Why not? I managed to get a pyro kill, which is very nice. I don't know how I got blasted. Maybe that was a air blast from the grave, but
you got bounced by the demo.
oh, I did get bounced by the demo.
Yeah,
I couldn't exactly tell.
Yeah, you got piped.
Yeah, but I tried to reposition. I already got the pyro pick, so hopefully my team wouldn't get that stuffed. Then it was just a race against the clock, right? I have a little cloak, little HP. I gotta try and find something. Don't wind up finding anything, but I got my one kill. Nothing horrible. Our sniper gets counter. Sniper's unfortunate. Their gun's wrangled. I'm not on the enforcer here, which would be very useful because I could just enforce the gun down since it's practically being perma-wrangled. Again, since this was very early into the... I get caught by Sandblast arrows. I uncloak. I managed to get away though. Yeah, since this was very early into the enforcer, or the Rise of the Enforcer from Spies, a lot of them just didn't know exactly how to counter it too much. But definitely nowadays, more engineers are a lot more capable of dealing with it. The gun goes down anyway. Maybe I'll try and get a decloak on their heavy who's still upper. Or maybe it's anybody that's still upper. I see they're not really peeking it. I try to go for the med somehow. I do get the force.
Nice.
I think smarter play was just to go for the sniper who is sort of hard scoping there. But I do go for the med because we have this side, and it does wind up working out because I land 2 revolver shots. You see, and how many times did I try doing that on the other half? I probably went for the med like 3 times in Spiral, none of them worked. Sometimes you just gotta brute force it, and eventually one time it'll work. And in this case, happily it does, so my team can push in with Uberad. Now here, I wonder if you can guess what I'm gonna try and do. Leave back into Spiral and I get caught by their pyro. And thankfully for some conditioning, they actually back out. I was completely not expecting them to try and back out there, but they did, and Ray falls lovingly into my arms.
My entire role here is to just laugh at stuff. That's all
I miss a lot of shots on Percy, but it's just kind of stuck, but my team does manage to push in off that, which is nice. But something about that, actually, if you could pause real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to say...
Why? There we go.
Okay. But something I wanted to say was... So, I did get that corner stab on Figsy in the first half. So, when Figsy... When that situation happens again, I don't think Figsy's going to chase me because she doesn't want to get stabbed. So she's going to wait for me to, you know, come around the corner again, try to get the stab, and then I'll walk into her and she'll kill me, right? So I figure, okay, she's not going to chase me. So I just go for the pack. And I actually do set up for an understab just in case she does decide to chase me to third. But I notice she isn't, so I'm like, okay, I can uncloak, get my bearings, pull out my gun, and then Ray just falls lovingly into my arms. But we can unpause now. That's all I wanted to comment on.
That was a turn of events I did not expect.
I wasn't expecting it either. Okay, they're all looking at computers. My team's pushing in. This is really good. That's a really good decloak for me. I get their demo and their sniper. It's really good timing on my part and my team's part because they were all drawing through computers. See, we didn't even have it while this push was happening. So they're all busy looking at computers and I'm just allowed to decloak, get 2 kills nice for free. My team just needs to follow up and get the
Is there a pause?
my team needs to follow up. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, that's a pause.
Oh yeah, we paused. I'm not sure why we paused. I think either the server was getting DDoSed, or maybe someone disconnected. Maybe it was someone on our end. Actually, I think it was Rebel. I think our engineer started lagging a lot.
Oh, unpause.
Was the unpause?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to resync that in post, but we'll see.
Sad. It's okay. So now we capped third. We should still have Uber here, so I'm just sort of setting up for a play while my team tries to get an Uber push in. This tree's a nice decloak spot, so I try to get something. And notice their heavy's pretty aggro, so I go for him. Managed to not take any damage, which is nice. They're down to heavy for the Uber fight. Now I'm just getting in position to go for another kill. Their power decides to chase you behind, so I'm just running. Maybe I can poke out some nice revolver shots. Not really much they can do to chase me there. No scout alive, no NG alive. So I can just sort of poke out some revolver shots, get some info, check the Uber percentage. And my med just got stabbed, so I'm looking for a salvage play on the med here. So I'm like, okay, I'll walk in. I got a soldier disguise, and it doesn't work out. Soldier's dead. They know it. They check me. I get caught out instantly. Any sort of salvage play would be like really nice here to actually just get their med down. But fortunately, nothing does come through right now. But they do drop like 5 players, 6 players even.
I was gonna compliment you on saving your medic, and then your medic immediately died.
Yeah, unfortunately they did sell out. Maybe he did die and I just didn't notice, but... So now I'm just getting some health from behind, relaxing. My team is still trying to push in through 4th, maybe not getting everything. I managed to get a sniper kill. They stopped the card at the last second. It was probably a sandblast Uber, or a sandblast call. So I just wanted to try and get in, maybe so they could clutch up if I got people looking. I got Sand to look at me and I managed to get a sniper kill, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, I'm just sort of poking around, assessing the situation. RNG's in the aggro and yard alone, but he's got people behind him. So I'm like, okay, I'll go hang out by this big pack, big ammo, see what I can do, see what I can get away with. So let's hang out. My sniper gets challenged. I'll go for a pick here. Why not? Here, I'll wait. I'll wait for my team to get something. I think we would try to run a sack here, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but I decloak in, get stuffed. Still managed to find Percy somehow. I didn't get air blasted back. It's really shocking that I actually managed to get away with it. I don't know how.
You pretty much exclusively disguise as spy.
Yeah, just sort of a habit thing. Now, something I mentioned earlier in Swiftwater's second, the back of tunnel decloak, where you sort of jump around the corner. It's kind of unreactable in a sense. It's kind of the same thing there. Like you jump around the corner, there isn't as much a player can do to like instantly react. So like an NG can instantly kill, maybe a heavy can instantly kill them in that certain amount of time span. A pyro can air blast, sure, but there's only so many classes that can actually like react and put out enough damage to reliably kill a spy who just jumps around a corner like that. I go for a decloak, all my players are spamming. I notice Sand backs himself into a corner, so I can't go for him. Decide to go for their demo instead. He's on the other side. Get a nice kill on him. Now I'm looking to continue my rampage. I want to get more kills. Their combo's playing close, I go for their NG, my demo salmon gun, I get the NG, and put some pot shots out into their bed. And remember when I said I like the spawn camp? Here it is. I get their demo and I gun down their sniper.
Hey.
And we managed to cap.
Micah carry.
I did play extremely well in this match. Like, this is probably one of...
Yeah. This is very, very good.
I'd say this is probably one of the better matches I played during this season. I did mention earlier during setup time before that we did wind up losing this match. So spoiler alert, we're gonna lose this round, and then we're gonna lose the next round, and it's gonna be a 2-win victory in favor of Squirtier. And this is one of the losses that leaves Owl not making playoffs this season. Now, something important about this demo and this match, I'll say, to take away to something like important to note, to really just take away from, to learn, it's just that even if like you play your best, even if you're doing everything you can, you're playing a really good game, sometimes, this was still a close game, but sometimes you just can't always win. Like, this was totally a winnable game. Sometimes everything in your power was done, and it's just not enough. Just remember, it's a team game. You gotta rely on your teammates. You can't just play a solo game well and expect to win. Always gotta have some sort of backbone with your team. Now, this is an odd spot to stand in. There's very limited vision, sort of see cart. I can tell the sniper being tunnel. My goal here is to have Ray drop down into the tunnel or across the log, and then I decloak and stab them as they either drop down or jump across the log. I was sort of experimenting with this. I don't know if it actually winds up working. I don't think it does, but I do like to try it. So Ray jumps on the log and then jumps away, and then I think I may get checked by Figsy here. But unfortunately, due to Figsy's checking, I wasn't in a good position to actually decloak on Ray there. But the theory was to actually get a med drop there. It's something, crank out of the back pocket, to come up with on the fly. Maybe I was thinking about it during the scrims, I'm not too sure. But, no better time to bring out something than a match. Now here, I'm just calming, where's their sniper going, where's their combo going, their combo's in upper, their sniper's in tunnel. Now I'm juicy for the med kill. Ray evaded me the last half on offense, and this half too, so I want to try and get a med kill here. So I assume Ray is in this corner to the right. They wind up forcing, so I'm like, okay, plan averted, or plan over. And Figsy goes back, catches me out, and kills me. So actually, I don't know if that was a force or if they just used it. I'm pretty sure we just took an exchange, but my goal there was to try and get a kill onto Ray. But
yeah, it looks like it was an exchange.
So now I'm respawning. My goal should be really to get into tunnel here. So I just try and help out. The soldier was in house, so I collected a frag on him. Somebody probably called it, so I figured I'll go deal with him. Notice their demo was low, throw out a pot shot, my heavy cleans up. I'm just hanging out. I think I was waiting. Oh, I'm on the dead here, that's why I wasn't going in. That makes sense. I think I called for my scout to drop down there with me, or maybe someone else dropped down with me, but either way. Drop down, see the scout, and nope out of there instantly. I'm just sort of exploring tunnel. Get 2-shot by the NG after I sap her mini. I could have played that a little differently. I don't think it really was the worst thing to go for a sap the mini. I probably should have left after sapping the mini, just because now the NG knows I'm there. They can call that I'm in tunnel, but or I should have just not sapped the mini at all and gone for a soldier kill. Just little things to think about. Now my team's pretty much wiped. Their team's on cart. They're gonna go really fast into third, so I'm looking here. Beef a stab onto their demo, and I don't manage to pick up anything as a last minute trick in my sleeve out of on the heavy. My goal was mostly to try and delay the third push in any capacity. Like, we weren't going to salvage it, pretty much no way we wipe. So there's like no salvaging that, but I figured maybe I could delay it even a little bit. Maybe delay them getting aggro to fourth. Which doesn't ultimately wind up mattering.
Get some confidence. You could have stabbed the medic and then trick stabbed 2 people.
Maybe if I was on the big earner. That thing I call that the trick stab training wheel, because it's just so simple. Now I tried to decloak on Percy there, their sniper, but I see NG sees me, so I'm like, oh, I'll just pass. I'll just run away, and then I bump his NG, have a mini heart attack. I'm just running around trying to get cloak, trying to get HP. I'm like, Percy seems to be alone. Nobody's looking after him, so I think, oh, I'll go after him. Friend actually jumps around the side and shocks me a little and surprises me a little bit, but I do manage to evade.
How are you still alive?
Very luckily.
Okay, they used.
I noticed a heavy sphere, so I go for a kill on him. Luckily he goes eat a sandwich, and I managed to pick up a nice kill, but I died of the mini.
If you would have had slightly more health, you could have picked up the sandwich he dropped. That's sad.
Possibly. You know, my team lost a couple members. We should be trying to refight this. Unfortunately, their spy gets are heavy, and I think this should be the point for them. I run out of cloaks, so I figured, I'll go for a play on their med. She sees me. Yeah, I'm pretty much dead here. There's not much I can do. Spy spawning sees me. I'm trying to play low around the Rosie, distract him a little bit. Take his time. Yeah. My life was forfeit there anyway. I had a little fun with it. That's another important thing. Have a little fun.
Should I try to convince Hino to do the other side of this?
I mean, you can. It would be funny, maybe. No harm in it.
Okay.
So let's see, they're getting a bit of cart time. I figured I'll maybe drop down and be stop cart. I see their soldiers low, so I'm like, oh yeah, go for a deep low. And my soldier winds up fighting him, which works out really well. He's got 10 HP, so he's stuck in there. I figure all my soldier will kill him. Which winds up happening. I see their combos in the right lobby. They're trying to work their sniper. Beef my jump a little bit. And I stab the Uber medic and not the pyro.
No!
Which is a sad time, so definitely not the most optimal of plays, but in retrospect, I probably could have waited a bit there, waited for the Uber to fade and then go for a kill. My pyro was stuffing that pretty well. Mello is doing a good job of keeping the Uber at bay. And then they just wind up capping, I guess their combo kills in the post Uber while I was dead. That was pretty much that. So now the score's 1-1.
Okay, let's see how this ends. Are you excited?
Yeah, I can't wait. I wonder what the scoreline's gonna be.
Whoa!
As I've mentioned many times before, we lost. Now, while we're in setup time, do you have anything you'd like to ask, bring up, mention?
No, but I can make a joke that I'm gonna edit out later.
Sure. And here we do a little bit of trolling. We all jump in the window to try and block their vision. And we do our loudest and most obnoxious taunts.
One of my favorite cloaking spots for literally years was just sitting on that windowsill. And nobody ever checked it. Because why would I sit on that windowsill?
Yeah, it's true.
The only reason I stopped doing it is because it gave me less vision. And so I started sitting further back. But man, it was so funny just sitting immediately next to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the soldier got airshot. Oh, your soldier got airshot.
Yeah, my soldier got airshot, then headshot, then completely dumpster.
He got wombo comboed.
So now I'm just chilling. I'm pretty sure I remember, I remember seeing Spoo sit here once, so I stole it from him. I'm just calming. What I could try and do is decloak and go for a med kill once their, once their med, tries to go towards apartments. What might wind up happening in this game? I think their med goes towards tunnel initially. I could be wrong. Or I just decloak and get nothing. That's also a very viable option. Nope, I decloak and get nothing. Either Figsy called me out and saw me, so Ray turned, but I get nothing. That's another thing to remember. This match was casted, so you may see casted matches you see, oh wow, the spy just got this awesome fucking med play drop. Just remember, for every time a spy does that, there's the 10,000 times it didn't work. And Figsy just rolled our flank by getting a reflect rocket on both of them. My entire team says, so I'm just fuck. So I think, okay, maybe I'll try and stall the cart a little bit. So I wait, I see the ×1, I go on it, and ho ho, it's the pyro. I'm like, oh, I'm just fucked. And then I won't even lie, I typed in chat. I got a little toxic after the game. I think I just said like, please stop. I won't even lie, I got kind of toxic. Like, there's just no universe that should happen. Like, ever. Then on third, my team's just falling apart, really. Like, one player goes down to spy, 2 players go on to other thing, my medic's 10 HP, so you just have to give up third. So I get caught up by Figsy, and I'm pretty much dead. Yeah, nothing I can do. Yeah, but Figsy's upset. Figsy's very upset now.
My whole role here is just to laugh at stupid things that work.
Yeah, I'd say that defines a lot of the funny plays on Spy that I do. It's just stupid shit that works. Mostly because I brute forced it after 50 failed attempts, but... Now I'm just looking for a sniper kill, which I do manage to find. Oh, maybe not. Do I get close range headshot? I do not. I get lucky. I do manage to clean up Percy, who's playing alone. Now their team's moving up, so I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'll try and get a kill here, get a kill on Tassan as he's leaving or trying to back up. And we're just chilling. At the time, oh, where's this Tully go? And I go, wait, never mind, I see Percy. I see a juicy sniper kill from my greedy, greasy hands. I managed to take it. And I see, oh, my soldier's fighting another soldier, I'll fucking take his life too, and then I do. I'm like, oh, their NG's alone. Let me get my flank into garage so we can take it like a 3v2. I decloak. You manage to find Prince, half the mini, die to sandblast.
You're just destroying them.
Yeah, like I said, I had a pretty good match, but at least I like to think I did. There'll probably be somebody in the comments like, those are all worthless picks, they're not doing anything for your team. Like, okay. Always the naysayers. I'm getting a lot of card time, my team's trying to do it, stop it. So I'm like, oh, I'll decloak and help out a little bit. Not much happens, so I hop around. I see, oh look, a juicy sniper pick, and oh, Fallen takes it from me. Fallen takes it from me. Just steals it out of my hands. So I'm like, time for maybe a little bit of spawn camp, maybe a little bit of med kill. But they're pretty passive at their spawn, just big chillin'. So I'm like, what can I do? Get a little bit more cloak. So I'm thinking, oh, this is actually really bad. I made a mistake. I made a big mistakey here. So I decloak, the demo instantly, the demo respawns. As soon as I saw the demo respawn, I should have either cloaked away or just like waited for the demo, maybe fooling with a disguise. I don't know. But because he spawned, even if I did go in, I was just gonna get sandwiched by him and like whoever was in front. So being there was actually pretty bad. They use their players back up and leave the Uber out to dry, which kind of confused me. But I see Percy alone in yard, try and get a kill on him. I do. Sandblast chasing me down and kills me as a trade. Now, I'm actually eating a lot of spam here. Like he's just eating his like third pipe in the past like 30 seconds. So I find the spy. I think I roll out that way to try and get a better, like a nice eye on the battlefield, and I don't eat too much spam. And I see my scout trying to get on the cart to try and stop it. Manage to get an NG, nothing more. Now I'm not sure what Ubers are like, but we're at like 80. I'd say they're I'll call it even. Maybe they have a little bit of ad. I'll check it probably when I'll try to check it when I get back up. Let's see, their combo's in the left lobby. Now here I'm like, what to do? Fire finds me, not much I can do. Go for another cheeky trick stab, doesn't work out, and I die. I probably didn't have to be as aggressive there. I could have just waited and crouched by that box that I was sitting near and maybe try and have their soldier bait their power to fight him, and then I sap her out. That could have been a smarter play.
Yeah, it seemed like you got aggressive because you had to in order to see the Uber percentage, and then you got trapped in by the pyro. That
Yeah.
was the way I perceived it, but
Honestly, when I generally try to see Uber percentages, I try to do it from like a really safer angle, so I probably would have tried to do it from my side. Now let's see. They're getting the card up really close, so try to do what I can. Find Purin. I'm getting a lot of NG picks. It's kind of funny. But I don't manage to clean up Sandblast and they cap in a pretty good time. I'd say that's like a 6-minute time. So now, I'm pretty sure Aurora was kind of like shot here, like, oh shit, man. We won first round, lost second, now he's got like a 6-minute time set against us. Like, okay, yeah, we can probably do it, but yeah, Morale's probably a bit down now. Let's see, my team should be going for a sack here. But, I don't know if anybody caught that, but Giraffe was on the Quickie Bomb launcher, and I think his theory was that he would clear the sticky traps. Which is quite possibly one of the stupidest things I've ever heard, because it's not his job when we have a squirt shot pyro, but it's funny to see regardless. Try to sneak into tunnel, get caught out by heavy spam. Not much I can do there. Besides back up, look for the spy, he died. Check for hiders.
you always gotta check that sniper spot back there.
Yeah, that can be rough if your med drops to that. But let's see, getting a position. Trying to get in a position at least. I see the telly and so like maybe this goes to somewhere that I can take. So I'm like, I'll take this when my team pushes in. So I'm like, are we pushing in? Are we pushing in? Are we Ubering in? What's happening?
Oh, your sniper just went down. That doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't, but I assume my team's gonna take these chains soon. I'm looking, maybe I spawn Campina, that'll be funny. Now I take the telly and Figgsy instantly catches me. So here the least I can do is try and get a sap on the telly, which I'm not even sure if I got all.
Yeah, it seems like you went in just like 2 seconds too early.
Yeah.
Before Figgsy was able to react.
Yeah, it probably was. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like, you know, so I'm like, oh, we're going? And it was like, okay, we're going. And the we're going meant, okay, we're waiting, we're getting the beam on me, we're getting our buffs, and then we're going. You know, I thought
Classic.
we're going is, okay, I'm getting in now. Get a little nervous, see the pyro flames, don't want to get checked again. So I'm like, maybe I can try and get a flank pick. Help out my flank members. So I see if Jello's over there, I find their spy. And Sandy Cheeks is over here, Sandy Blast, Sandblast. And anywhere I turn, maybe go for the health kit. There's just a player there and I wind up passing away.
So it seems like you guys are even on counter espionage right now?
Yeah, actually I think I'm losing, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm getting completely rolled by Hino in the SVS. Yeah, right now my team's just kind of struggling to push into second. I haven't been finding any kills in second. I'm gonna try and sneak into upper here, which I do. But I don't know if it'll yield any fruit. It might. Go for a nice aggressive decloak. I get Percy, which is nice. But will that help my team push in? Who knows? So I'm probably just gonna try and keep brute forcing picks in spiral to help my team get in. Otherwise, I don't think there's much else I can really do. So my team does manage to get in like through upper. Heavy's still up there, so you're okay, I'll help poke him a bit, but he starts shooting me, so you're okay, my heavy and soldier will clean up, which doesn't mind up happening. I see some players on the low ground, so we're okay, I'll depoke on them. Try to get on Figgsy, but my team starts fighting. Yeah, you manage to get the pack and escape. I'm doing fucking bobbing and weaving, see Percy alone. The people spawners, did they see me? They didn't see me. I managed to get a Percy kill. Now they had a bunch of spawners, so they're gonna just leave. I see Art straggling a bit in computer, so we could try and gun him down. He was too healthy and I was not. He pipes me and I die. Yeah, my team's gotta move fast here. I think 3 minutes is the time for the map, so we Uber in as fast as we can. We get nice picks. Giraffe kills Johnny, so we get there pretty handily. Oh, Giraffe actually gets Figgsy too. That's really nice. So now I'm just gonna look for as fast of a pick as I can. I sit with falling a little bit till my soldier gets there, just check out maybe is there a spy on him or anything. Now I want to get in like as fast as possible. I want to make sure my team can take fourth really quick, so I'm going for an aggressive decloak. Actually, I didn't forget to disguise here. Beef the med stab. Somehow get a
Let's
demo kill.
go!
Don't ask me how that worked, but it did. But using my team, all the
You're trick stab god!
the glorious Sandblast Uber. Does Sandblast 2-shot my med? I see that health bar, it's in the yellow. Med TZ Creeper still alive, like 90%.
Yeah, your sandblast got 2-shot, it seems like.
Hopefully, and again, I just want to get in, get as many fast kills as I can, make my team get the point as fast as possible, get a stab on the Percy, gun
Let's
down there,
go!
Johnny's low, get down Johnny.
I'm just your hype man at this point.
At this point, they're all spawning like right now, so I'm like, okay, I'll play an upper, I'll get a stab when they all spawn. Thinks he checks it for some reason. 80 HP, should hopefully die 24. My team should be super aggressive. We Uber in, card time is happening. And we skip up a lot of ground. I don't know why. I think we should have kept our ground there, maybe have our heavy push up as well, so we could actually hold the ground. But either way, 3 down, 4 down, about equal numbers. We still have decent card time. Pyro's getting aggro. I'm just trying to avoid the spam my Pyro's taking. I want to try and go back to upper to deal with the mini, but I get caught by Figsy. I wasn't keeping good track of the spawn timers there. And there's about a minute left. I want to get any key pick that would help my team push. Anything like a demo to clear sticks would be fantastic. A Pyro that could stop my team from capping by air blasting would be good. So I'd say those are probably, medic is always good. And maybe not as much now, just because Ubers might not be as much of a factor, but actually I lied. So I could do that, or I could just try and get as much cap time as possible, which is what I wound up doing there. Hino stabs me. Oh, fuck you, Hino, if you're watching this. For beating me in the spy v spy every single time. But I think I'm just gonna continue this. We wipe. I don't know how we lose everybody when I'm just sacking for card, but I'm gonna keep sacking for card because I want this card time. Nice headshot from Percy. I decloak on card to tap it so it doesn't roll back.
Yeah,
Can't really get on it again. So many stickies. And there's 10 seconds left. Yeah, there's also the soldier on I didn't see. My soldier gets stabbed out of stream, was done. Cinder with the Buffalo Steak to get there in time. I respect that play from him so much, but we wind up ultimately not doing it.
Oh, that was so close.
I
thought
close.
You guys definitely had it towards the end. You had so much ground, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of momentum, and it just ultimately didn't work out in the end, which sucks. But you know what? It's okay. It's just some things to think about. You can have a really good game, like play really well, have it be a really close game. Other players doing well too. It just doesn't pan out sometimes. It happens. You're in a team game. You got 8 other people to, that have to be your backbone in Highlander.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if one little piece falls out of place, everything can crumble. But still a good match. We all had fun. It sucks to lose. It's never fun to lose. But still a good match regardless.
I guess any final words or things that you want to emphasize throughout that demo that you want to end on, I guess, because we ran out of demo.
Yeah, sure. So one thing I will emphasize really hard is that this style of spy is a lot less the more really pick heavy aggressive spy is not as feasible, I'll say nowadays season, because this is from season 6, so this is like a couple years ago. I think I was still in high school when I played this match. I was either I think I was maybe a senior in high school. I'm now in my sophomore year of college, so 2-3 years, I don't know. So the meta's changed a lot. Ask any of the top spies now. Ask Evil, ask AGB, ask who's a Zemento. They'll tell you that teams have gotten a lot heavier on spy checking. I've heard Evil and AGB complain dozens of times oh, K&D just has X100 play perma bitch pyro hunting for the spy, or oh, 3600 has Wish and Mattering me hunting for the spy 24/7. So it's a lot it's not as much of a feasible playstyle anymore. So if there's anything you want to take away from this demo, it's that this playstyle is not gonna be as successful today in the current meta, especially for invite, but it can definitely work in like advanced or lower divisions, and it's fun to play. That's about it.
This is the playstyle that has gotten me perma stuck in advanced.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Well, yeah, I guess bye everyone. I'm gonna end the video now. Okay, bye.